Yo, what's up, Broncos country? How's it going today, guys? So, I just got home, spending 2 hours over at the training facility. I went out there today to watch the guys practice and see how everything went. And as most of you know, I like to have eyes on, the players myself because I really don't trust the media too much. So, just got back, and here are my takeaways from what I seen at camp today. Pretty much the defense won the day. That's to be expected this early in training camp. Defense, they're gonna play better than the offense. It's easier to play defense than offense whenever you're practicing. It was really fun. A lot of sacks. I mean, the defense was really getting into the backfield today. It was insane how many times they got back there. Second string, first string, third string, they were all getting back there, man. It was insane. Um, watching the running backs, McLaughlin looked good, P. Ryan looked good, Estime and Williams, man, they were just like, I understand it's practice. They're not really trying to tackle, but man, those guys are going to be some big bruisers, man. It's going to be wild to watch those guys this year. They were exploding, just going nuts. Um, as far as, the offensive line, I kind of wanted to get into that a little bit. Like I said, pass rush was ruthless today. Like they were in the backfield consistently with the first string offense, the second string offense, the third string offense. They were just in the backfield consistently all freaking day, and it was wild. Um, you know, they rotated the centers out, with Mustaford, Alex Forsyth. They really, were giving them reps with the ones, both of the guys. And today, Zach Wilson actually, got reps with the ones. Like he was the starter today. So, you know, um, I remember watching DMVR yesterday, them saying, Zach didn't get, reps with the ones today. Like if he didn't start with the ones today, that was pretty much it for him. But I have to say, he's done. Like Zach Wilson, I will be surprised if he's on this roster by the third preseason game. He looked just lost. You know, um, he took a lot of sacks today. He had a lot of incompletions. He almost had one picked off. He threw it into tight coverage. Just Zach Wilson's not it. Like I highly doubt this kid makes the roster. They might keep him on the practice squad, but even then, like he'll probably stay on the practice squad because I don't think anybody's even going to claim him off waivers. He looked that bad. Zach Wilson is he's just not it. He's just not going to do it. Now the big point, Bo Nix and Jared Stidham, because this has been like the big talking point all offseason. They've been evenly matched, whatever. The last couple of days, we've heard the media say, Bo Nix, him and Stidham, even Stidham kind of won the day Wednesday and Thursday, and I really didn't believe it. And today, it was more of the same. Um, they both had incompletions, on 7-on-7s, in team drills, 11-on-11s. They both had incompletions. I think Stidham was a lot more check it down, check it down, check it down, hit the short routes. He had a little bit more incompletions than Bo Nix did. He had more sacks than Bo Nix did. Bo Nix, like I said, the pass rush was ruthless today, man. They were in the backfield consistently, even on Bo Nix. But whenever the pass rush was getting close to Bo Nix, he took off, and he was able. There was two plays I seen particularly that the defensive end or the safety came in on the blitz, and Bo Nix just boop 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 and just bolted out of there, man. He picked up probably like 10 to 15 yards each time. So that was nice to see. The one critique I have on Bo Nix, though, is he did almost throw an interception today. Um, it was a pass that he overthrew the receiver, and the DB was in front, but the ball was just too high. It kind of grazed the receiver and DB's fingers. Um, it was a little out of reach, but he kind of tried to force it in there. Um, so that wasn't pretty to see. Like I said, Bo Nix had a lot of incompletions. He had a couple of sacks against him today too. But like I said, like whenever there was a couple of plays during practice today where Bo Nix, the pressure was coming and he got out and he took off. Jared Stidham, he kind of tried to, but he really didn't evade the pressure very well. Bo Nix, like whenever the pressure came, not just on the two ones where he got out of there and he took off, but even like when the pressure came in, there was a few times they got him, but there was other times he kind of maneuvered in the pocket and he was able to, I mean, Stidham kind of did the same thing, but it's nice to see the rookie do that. So if I had to pick today, if someone won the day, neither one won the day. Bo Nix, like he had more passes down the field. He missed Troy Franklin on a deep pass, which, you know, oh man, I was really hoping for it. It would have been a nice catch if Troy Franklin, but again, Troy Franklin had a rough day too. Um, he hit Cortland Sutton on a deep pass. Stidham, I think he had like one or two deep passes. One was a incomplete pass. The other one he hit. Zach Wilson, you know, he's not it, guys. Zach Wilson is not going to be on this roster, in my opinion, by week one. He will be gone. Um, and honestly, at this point now with Bo Nix and Jarrett, and that's the thing too. Bo Nix was actually pushing the ball more downfield today. Arm strength is not an issue. That boy can launch the ball. I'm not worried about his arm strength in the slightest. But the thing is like today, Bo Nix was going downfield. He was pushing the ball more 10, 15, 20 plus yards down the field today. Stidham, he was mostly taking the check down, the short drag routes over the middle, like 3 to 4 yards downfield. Like Stidham really wasn't pushing. He had a couple of plays where he pushed. He had a night, like I wouldn't say it was deep. I'd say about more than 10 yards. Stidham hit one for about 10 yards. He had another one that, was incomplete. Bo Nix, he did a lot of the short stuff too, but he hit, I'd say about half his passes were over 10 to 15 yards and, half of his passes were under. The one where he, threw, I think it was like 15 yards downfield. The receiver went up, was going towards the sideline. The DB just, he was attached to the receiver and he was in front and they both jumped, but Bo Nix overthrew it. That was about 15 yards downfield. But he had a nice gain down the field for about 15, 16 yards downfield to Cortland Sutton. But that was just in skeleton drill. It wasn't really, there wasn't no defense out there. He hit Sutton down the field. It was a nice pass. He hit Timmy P on a couple of plays. But like I said, the one I saw that was 11 on 11s, he had Troy Franklin was deep. I mean, the DB was on him and he just slightly overthrew him. If he could have hit that, that would have been the play of the day, in my opinion. But like I said, overall, neither quarterback won the day. Like, I mean, if you want to give the edge to, Stidham, you can, because Bo Nix sort of almost threw an interception. Like, I didn't count it. Like, it was just too high. Like, yeah, the DB was underneath, but, like I said, though, Bo pushed the ball more down the field. He was running more with the twos and the threes today, Bo was. Zach Wilson got the majority of the reps with the ones. Stidham got him with the ones and the twos, and Bo Nix like twos and threes. He was running with. So, and honestly, it looked like not a chemistry problem, but just a timing thing. Like I think once he has more timing, Bo Nix is going to thrive more. I still think Bo Nix is going to start week one, but he just got to, he's got to get that timing and stuff down with the receivers. Michael Bandy had a great day, man. He was catching everything. Cortland Sutton looked good out there. So overall, training camp was fun. No one really won the day, in my opinion, with the quarterback, except Zach Wilson. He's clearly the number 3. And like I said, he's not going to make the roster. I believe by week 1, he's going to be gone. Stidham and Bo Nix. But, training camp just started. Today was the first day for fans to be there. You still got like 15 more training camps. There's 16 total for fans to go to this year. You still got 15 more. You still got preseason. Like Bo Nix showed progression today, and Stidham, he still looks like he's been in the system longer than Bo. It is true. But like I said, he was doing more of the check downs, the underneath drags, 3-4 yards downfield. Bo was actually pushing the ball down the field, which was nice to see. But even though he was pushing the ball, it was like, a lot of the passes, he hit guys in stride, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them, about half of them, were incomplete for Bo down the field. But I honestly think that's just a timing issue. Like I said, the defense, they were red hot today, man. They were just constantly in the backfield, and it didn't really help that they were blitzing like crazy. Especially early in practice, the defense was blitzing like crazy. So I think Bo needs to work on that. He needs to work on the timing with the receivers, all that stuff. Just once he gets that down, he'll be solid. Like I'm not concerned with Bo Nix. You guys shouldn't be either. And the last thing I wanted to say is towards the end of practice, whenever, fans were up there getting autographed, I actually had, I got this signed and I got a miniature helmet signed over here by Alex Singleton, J.K. Skinner. I'm sorry, J.L. Skinner. My apologies. But I was sitting there talking to Skinner, like, there wasn't a whole lot of people by that time. And I was sitting there talking to him. And this is just a funny little story I wanted to tell. I was like, hey, man, I need you to do me a favor and pick off Patrick Mahomes as many times as you can this year. And he came back with, bro, I got you. I hate the Chiefs too. So that was a nice little, thing that happened today. But all in all, training camp was fun. Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, they're still tied in my opinion. No one really won the day. I expect Bo to, start progressing here in the next week or so to where you could see him start pulling forward to Jarrett Stidham. But as of today, with it really being technically the third practice, the first one open to fans, I don't think neither one have a commanding lead yet. I really don't. Now, there's going to be people out there that tell you that Jarrett Stidham has a slight edge, which is possible. Like, I don't think you can really win the day early in training camp. Yesterday, Wednesday, and today, I don't think Bo Nix or Stidham won the day. Now, within over this next week, if we don't start really seeing progression and someone's starting to pull away, I think that's going to be the issue. And, because like next Monday, the pads come on. That's when I really think you're going to start seeing more and more uh, of someone pulling away, whether it's Stidham or Bo Nix. And next Saturday, I will be back at training camp August 3rd. And I'm hoping by that day, Bo Nix is going to start taking that little bit of a lead, on Stidham and take, because honestly, like I said, it's good. Like now that after I seen what Zach Wilson did today, he needs to just give him third string reps. Like he's done. He's not going to be the starter, bro. He needs to be playing with the backups. Split the reps 50-50 with Stidham and Bo Nix over this next week. So that way you can truly gauge who's going to be the starter week one and see who's going to start pulling ahead. That's what the Broncos need to do. And Sean Payton out there, man, today, like there was a couple times he had to blow the play dead because he, I guess he didn't like what he saw. But it was a fun day. So, but Michael, no problem, man. Thank you for watching. Big E, thank you for watching, man. And make sure you guys tune in to Colorado Sports Connection on Sundays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll be going live on there talking. We'll get more stuff tomorrow out of training camp because I got camp tomorrow. They're off on Sunday, of course. And then next week, like I said, I expect one of these two, Stidham or Nix, to start pulling ahead next week. Somebody's got to start pulling ahead by, at least I'd say earliest probably Wednesday, but by next weekend, next time I go to training camp, August 3rd, next Saturday, there should be somebody really pulling ahead, whether it's Nix or Jarrett Stidham. So please like, comment, subscribe on this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.